How's it going, everybody? My name is Bear and welcome back to another album review. I'm going to be reviewing the debut studio album by Maryland DMV rapper Rico Nasty entitled Nightmare Vacation. Nightmare Vacation is the first studio album by Rico Nasty. Rico Nasty is personally one of my favorite female rappers, probably my favorite as well. She has a way of just making some of her songs just so lively and you just want to keep listening to it. So without further ado, let's just kick it in high gear and get right onto it. We start out the album with the song Candy. The production seems a little too lackluster on this track, like it sounds a little too much like Lil Yachty, and let's just say Lil Yachty has not had the best track record when it comes to his albums recently. Like, it's nothing too wild either, it's literally just a brag rap song. So I'm gonna quickly move on to the next track, Don't Like Me, featuring Don Toliver and Gucci Mane. The song is basically the start of a couple tracks on this album that just really show the Hyperpop and Glitchpop type tracks. And Don Toliver, he doesn't really add anything to it. He literally just repeats Rico in the chorus, and his vocals aren't really that good anyway. I mean, the auto-tune also works well with the beat, and it isn't too distracting from Rico's vocals. And Gucci Mane's verse doesn't really add anything either. Like, literally the whole song, they just refer to the others on the song. Like, literally the chorus, these bitches don't, these bitches don't, these bitches don't, these bitches don't, these bitches don't like me. Your girl wanna come and bribe me, feel like Gucci Mane, I'm icy. Didn't Logic already do this? He literally had a song called Icy with Gucci Mane. Like, this has already been done. What is it with Maryland rappers and referring to Gucci Mane? I guess a pro of this song was that Rico's vocals aren't too bad either. I mean, it has a good melody. Then we move to the next track on the album, Check Me Out, and Josiah did the production of the beat, and it definitely shows. And this is the shit I love Rico doing. Hard-ass beats and production with some expressive line deliveries and aggressive flows. But there's one thing that I've never been a fan of Rico, is her fucking choruses. This chorus is awful. Like, you can clearly see it on screen, like, come on. But I can actually give this chorus a pass though, because the rest of the song is pretty slap-worthy. Like, decent wordplay in the song as well, and at least the song doesn't drag on long, so it just would have been non-listenable. Though one of the most interesting tracks on the album, iPhone. The song is actually produced by Dylan Brady of 100 gecs. When I first heard this song, I was really intrigued by it, as Hyperpop and Glitchpop is a genre that personally I'm not too fond of, but after listening, it really does sound enjoyable for Rico Nasty. It has a lot of electronic elements of Hyperpop, especially like 100 gecs and Charlie XCX, but still has the aggressive nature that reminded me a lot of Rico and Kenny Beats' collaborative project Anger Management. And despite all of the layered effects on Rico's vocals in the chorus, I really enjoy Rico's vocals in the second verse, where she sings with a little bit less effects and it actually sounds very nice. And what I can get from the lyrics is that she's talking about a lost love and finding someone new. I don't know. Then we move to Shut the Fuck Up. Literally, I am not joking. Literally everything I said about Check Me Out is the same here. Bad chorus, hard-ass beat, and some good lines, but nonetheless very forgettable. Then we move to one of my favorite tracks on the album, Back and Forth with Aminé. This is definitely an Aminé beat, very light and lovely to the ear, similar to a lot of the beats on his new track Woodlawn. The song reminds me a lot of Enjoy Yourself by Pop Smoke and Karol G, where they both talk about how much they love their significant partner on the same song. Good harmonies between Rico and Aminé. Aminé definitely does a little bit better on the song than Rico lyrically in that way. Like, just an example, some of the lines from Aminé that I really liked. My diamond's wet, that ain't a flex. I mean, they literally dripping just from your sweat. That's pretty slick, to be honest. Just made 50, so we fucking like your birthday. And Rico doesn't really have a memorable line besides, you got a smart mouth, I'm gonna put my kitty in it. One of the most forgettable tracks I've ever listened to, Girl Scouts. Then we move to the next track, Let It Out, also produced by 100 gecs. Aggressive as fuck. This song is aggressive as fuck. It reminds me a lot of Rage, where during her lines you could just hear Rico screaming random shit in the back and just giving more insanity to her verses, which is what I really loved about Rage. And I'm pretty sure Rico said, I want to make a song like Rage, but just make it slower. And I'm very mixed on this song. The pros, great delivery and production. Cons, this god-awful chorus and the fact that it's clear that she made another song like Rage, because in the second verse she starts it off saying, if you want to rage. Like, come on, that's not a fucking coincidence. The next track, Loser, featuring Trippie Redd. This song has a really soothing beat that I really enjoyed. Rico's vocals are enjoyable, and she really does pull back the curtains and allow the album to breathe a little bit. Trippie's verse ain't too bad either, which I was actually happy about, considering Pegasus was a pretty dog shit album. I feel like this song is like dedicated to Mean Girls or something. Like the chorus literally sounds like the plot to Mean Girls. And yes, I have watched that movie, and it's an American classic, ass basket. Then we move to No Debate. It actually reminds me of Rico's earlier song, Roof. And it doesn't really sound like Rico, though. It just sounds like a Sweetie or even Mulatto. Like, I appreciate the experimentation, but I don't really enjoy this song. I really don't enjoy this melodic rap style that she incorporates here. And I know it's weird to say that despite me liking Loser, but I think it's the fact that this song doesn't have any meaning to it, and that's what makes it such a forgettable song to me. Then we move to the next track, and this song is literally just an ad for her OnlyFans account. And if you don't believe me, she literally debuted this song on her OnlyFans. Not that I would know that. And the song really just speaks for itself. The song's called Pussy Poppin'. The fuck do you think it was going to be about? Then we move to the next track, which I read as Ofer. The song is actually called Oh For Real, but I'm going to just call it Ofer for the rest of this. This song I really enjoy too, as it reminds me a lot of her Nasty mixtape. It's pretty much the same points like I said from Let It Out, except this song is a lot better and has a lot more subject-wise. Even if the song is kind of ignorant, it does have some of the best lines on the album. No Aminé, we reel in. Any bitches fishing and seeking for attention. Geeking in the mentions. Please don't make me have to smack a bitch. Oh, I've been itching. I do the same thing that you do. It's just with me, they feel it. Oh, you mad that you can't hurt my pockets or my feelings? I've been sinning lately, but I'm still God-fearing. Ofer was a pretty decent track. Then we move to the next track, Tenfo. Think of her feature verse off of Tia Tamero by Doja Cat, but more aggressive and mixed in with the beat of In the Air with Blockboy JB, and mixed together a very boring track that drags and doesn't bring anything to the table. Then the next track, Own It, is literally just Tyga's Taste. Moving on. Then we close the album with Smack a Bitch remix featuring Ruby Rose, how the fuck do you say this name? I'm gonna just call her Suki from now on, and PP Cocaine. If you don't know the history behind the song, this was basically a diss track towards female rapper Asian Doll after her and Rico actually got into a physical altercation back in 2018. Now, I love the original song for the aggressiveness, plus it was one of the first songs I actually heard from Rico, so I actually liked it a lot. But I think that they changed the meaning for this remix, like more of a step up bitch we don't play nice type of thing. And I actually really enjoyed this remix, believe it or not, as all four women share a similar aggressive tone in their voice. But also, most of the delivery is kind of different. Rico uses a very Megan Thee Stallion type of tone where you hear the energy behind her voice, but you can believe anything that she's saying, but she doesn't really scream or anything. Ruby Rose probably has my favorite verse, as I had never heard of her until now, and she uses this very like smoky delivery flow, which sounds very sensual at first, but then starts to progress to being angry, which I appreciate tone-wise. Suki uses just a very aggressive flow, almost Denzel-like in a way, and then there's PP Cocaine. I don't care what anyone says, I will never enjoy PP Cocaine's voice. Like, it's so squeaky and annoying. It's like if Melanie Martinez became a really shitty rapper. Her delivery just does not entice me in any way, and it almost ruins the song for me. Now, did I think that this was a bad album? No. Did I think it was the best album ever? No. Did I think it was decent for a debut album? I don't know. All I know is I was definitely expecting a little bit more from Rico. I did not enjoy a lot of the songs off. Most of them followed a similar format, so I wasn't really enticed by it or anyway. But I hope to see that if she can experiment a little bit more with her sound and maybe use some different structures to her music, it could actually provide a little bit more to my listening ears and actually make me entitled to wanting to listen to more of it. So I'm actually going to be giving this album a strong 4 to a like 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this album review. I kind of like this album, I think. Also, if you don't know, I have a Spotify playlist where you can check all the albums that I plan to review or will review in the future. Holy shit. Wait, it's literally the end of 2020. We just went into lockdown last week. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later.